Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Strompcast, episode 206, and I've got two special guests with me. First of all, we got Richard. How you doing today, man?
I'm good. International break is finally done, so we're getting back to the fun stuff. This was a really boring international break if you're Portuguese. There really wasn't much to gain other than stat padding, but we're here.
Yeah, and we are here. And last but not least, special guest GM10. How you doing today, man?
I'm all good, man. I'm all good. I've
Bro,
come
pay your
here
electric
to
bill.
finally get some points. Try and get some points because I know you've been saying on Twitter I've got 0 points all these times. So this time I'm going to get points. Like if I prove you wrong.
All right.
Yeah, G is currently live streaming from a cave somewhere. So it's
good
good
to
to
see
live
he
streaming from where they.
My
G is
life-
live from wherever the hell they found Saddam Hussein in
broke,
03.
and I can't be asked to go fix it. So I can fix it. I just can't be asked. So yeah.
Fair enough.
All right.
And also, you can follow social media there. Follow me if you want to as well. Most importantly, make sure you follow all things Alvalade on all social media and podcast platforms. Now, before we get into any of the games, I have come up. Well, I say I come up. I've definitely stolen this idea from many other creators, but I feel like it would fit well. So, first of all, G and Richard, can I just make sure you go full screen so you cannot see any of the comments or
I've
so I
been
can see
full
your
screen.
hand
I've been full
movements?
screen for a while, so you're good.
Okay,
I'm on
so
my phone, so I can't say anything.
Great.
cool. So when I get the tab loaded up, which for some reason is not showing, give me 2 secs and I'll get that
Sam's
up.
got some sort of torturous quiz for us. God help us all.
I do. For some
Would it
reason
be
it's
like
not
guess-
showing anymore. All right,
Guess who
give me
scored
2
for
secs.
Sporting against
Take your
Madeira.
time.
In the
It's gonna be like,
1920s
name
time.
this guy from like the 1985, 1986 season. Blah blah blah.
Who scored for Sporting on the 25th of August, 1952? Yeah, man.
No, Sam won't go that obscure because even he wouldn't know. He'd go kind of recent.
I don't know why it's
Even
not
when he-
showing anymore.
Even when you
It was
did, even
showing
when Sam
earlier.
would do like the name, like the guess the career path that was like he had one guy from like the late 90s and we had no clue. It's like Phil Babb or something. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I have no clue who this guy is.
Respect Phil Babb, man. I don't know why. For some reason, PowerPoint isn't showing up on StreamYard anymore. I tested it before with Richard just 2 seconds
It
ago.
literally worked for him for 2 seconds. So
Okay, let me fill some time. So G, of course, you alluded to it earlier. Very good at quizzes, you are, and I think you've lost every single one you've been on this channel at least. So
listen,
what's the strategy for today?
what's the game plan, G? Because we got to work together on this. So what's your game plan?
First of all, I'm going to lob you guys a retweet quickly as well, because I feel
Oh, what a good lad.
would be nice. But my game plan is to answer questions right. It's quite simple, but that's what we're going to do. Answer some questions right. Now, realistically, I don't know. We're just going to guess and hope. That's all we can do. Just guess and hope.
Guess and hope. When in doubt, guess and hope. It's how you
We
take.
can be like.
That's how we
can be
take
like,
exams.
We can be like Sporting last season. Every game, just cross the ball in when we're 1-0 down to Aroca and shout. Just cross the ball in for 90 minutes, and hopefully someone scores, which never worked.
So we're playing
we're
Kuza ball today. It's what you're trying to
ball,
say.
yeah. Just
All
hope.
right.
Hope your Carezza Pauling was in there to header it.
All right, just give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to leave the call and try and join back, and hopefully it will load. So Richard, if you can fill time for like 2
We
seconds,
can fill
please.
time. So Sam's having technical difficulties. Go ahead, Sam. So Sam's having technical difficulties. The plan is he has some sort of quiz. We have done this once before, myself and Chris. So if it's something similar to that, it's not too bad. Where it might get shaky is Sam sometimes has us. He had us where we named like the entirety of the Sporting championship team from like 2022 or 2021 or whatever. So we were genuinely like, oh shit, hang on, like we got like midway through before we started struggling. It was like, we forgot like Nuno. We almost forgot Nuno Mensch somehow. Like we're like, oh yeah, like this guy was on the team, like Bruno Tabata. Like we were struggling for names at one point.
That's good.
Like once you get through the obvious like dozen or so dudes, then it's like, oh shit, who's this guy?
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty good. I thought it was gonna be something like stupid, but okay, cool. That's pretty good.
If it's like that, like it's not too bad. He might ask us like a trivia one about like a specific season or like a specific player, but if that's what we ended it on was name a squad. So I'm curious to see if that's what Sam has land for us.
Naming the squad would be quite good. Like
Name the squad. It depends on the squad in the season because there's like if he decides to go, like, way back, we might struggle for a hot minute.
he better not say nothing before 2012 because I won't know.
I could do from like 05 to like 09, and then like after that there's like a 5 or 6 year blur. All right, Sam, you're on mute. You're on mute, Sam, but he's pissed. He's like, fuck.
I just had it. Okay. Can you see the screen? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
So, sorry about that. This quiz is tenable. I feel like G might know what that is due to like YouTube videos, and Richard maybe not. This is basically a UK program where you have to guess 10 things of a certain category. Obviously, today it will be based on football, which will be sporting, and some of them Portugal. And you and G are working as a team to try and get all 10 things correct. You've got
Didn't
3
the Sidemen
lives.
just do this?
Probably.
I feel like they just did this like a week ago, maybe. Or you know what? They might have done it on Side Plus. I believe you.
But no, I definitely stole this idea. I'm 100%. It's not mine. But
there's no original ideas anymore. Anyways, don't feel bad.
Exactly. You've got 3 lives as a team. So don't get 3 lives each. You get 3 lives as a team. And what happens? There's 3 different rounds. Each point is obviously worth 1. So if you get 10 points in the next round, if you, let's say, fail to get any points in the second round, that means you only get the 10 points. So if you fail to get any of the points, you don't get any points that round. Even if you get 9 out of 10 and you can't get the last one, you lose all your points. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we got 3 lives per round as a team.
Yes.
Okay. So G, don't be wasting guesses here. We got to take our time with
something. Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
Settle down. You get a little overzealous some days. All right. Whenever you're ready, Sam. I think we're ready.
The first category is when it goes to the next screen. Top 10 sporting transfer sales. So
we just got to get the player, and we have to get the actual fee.
Just the player. You just have to get the player. There's no order. You can say whatever order you want. And yeah. So give me 2 seconds. Right. I'll get the answers up on my phone just so I can get it all done.
I've already got like 5 names coming to mind.
Yeah,
so
I've already got
bad.
3 or 4. Yeah.
Because a lot. The good thing is a lot of them are all going to be like within the last 5 to like 10 years.
Yeah.
There might be 1 or 2 like mid 2000s outliers, but a lot of them will have come in the last like several years. All right.
So you both need to decide who's going first and who is going second.
I'll start, and then G, you go ahead.
Cool.
Okay,
right.
Richard.
Easy one is Bruno Fernandes.
Let's see if
he's going to be up there. He's going to be like 3.
Yeah,
of course he is.
Oh, he's still the highest.
Cool.
Okay.
He is the highest at 65 million. Could you hear that sound, by the way? Was that too loud?
Yeah,
you're good.
Okay, cool.
Right,
so
you're next.
G is your go.
I'm gonna go Manuel Ugarte.
Good one.
So again, will it be tenable?
Like 4th, I think.
I know he's on there.
Yes, it will. It is the second one at 60 million euros.
I am going to go because I know G won't guess this one, so I'll guess it. João Mario.
João Mario. Is it tenable? Let's have a look.
Good one.
That was a big sale.
João Mario is
2 that I know.
7 million to Inter Milan. G, your turn.
I'm gonna go with Nuno Mendes.
Good one.
Nuno Mendes. Is it tenable?
Surely, yeah. Surely.
Yes, it is. To PSG for 38 million euros.
All right. I will go Islam Slimani.
Islam Slimani is going to be number 7. Islam Slimani to Leicester. All these sources, by the way, are from Transfer Market. 31 million euros to Leicester.
They'll have it. Okay.
So G.
I've got another one. Pedro Porro.
Yeah, that'd be up there.
Is Pedro Porro tenable? Yes, he is number 5. So you've not used any of your lives yet. So
now we're getting a little Now we're getting a little hazy.
I've got 2 more.
You've got 2 more. I'm trying to think because we've named the guys I could think of, and we got to take it in turns.
Say again,
Sam. Can I give him a clue or something?
No, it is only no confirm.
You're no fun. Shit. There's a name I'm thinking of.
Come on, man. There's two big names, man. Come on, two massive names. That's what I'm saying. Massive names.
No, Patricio wouldn't.
You've got 10 seconds, Richard, and I'll give it to G.
Come on, Richard, leave it. It's fine. I got it.
You lose a life if you give it. By the way, I'm just putting that out.
I can figure it out.
Okay,
5 seconds. 5,
Come on, man.
4, 3.
Shit, you
2,
know, yeah, I'm gonna lose the life on this one.
Okay,
You're
that is one life down. So you've got 2 lives remaining. G, you are next.
Okay. Was Bellinha one?
Polino would be.
It is Polino and also Rafinha.
Oh, they're tied.
So I would have taken any of those answers.
Okay.
So you are left with.
So either of those would have got us. Oh, I know who I'm thinking of now that I forgot. Mateus Nunes would be on that list.
Yeah.
Is Mateus Nunes on that list?
Surely.
Yes, he is at number 3 for 45 million euros. You've got 2 players remaining.
I think I know
the.
I think I remember the 2 now. I think I remember the 2 now.
I don't know anyone else now.
No conferring. No conferring. No, I will strike you with another life if I hear another conferring. So, pointing that out. No more conferring.
Crap, man. Shit. I actually don't know.
Gee, there's a goat on there, man. Come on, you can do it. I believe.
There's a goat on there. Oh, it wouldn't be Ronaldo, would it? No, surely not.
No.
Is that an official guess?
No. Oh crap! I actually don't know. Oh crap! I actually don't know. No. Okay, I'm gonna go for a random guess. I'm gonna go. Wait, how long have I got left, Sam?
I'll give you 15 seconds.
Okay, that's fine. I'll give more time then. Sporting players that we've sold.
There's two that I'm almost positive they would be on this list.
Just to help you both out, so Polino and Rafinha both went for 21 million euros. So 8 and 9, obviously,
21.
above
Went
21
for a bit
million
more,
euros.
yeah.
All right, okay, are they still active players?
No, that you only get one. You only get one clue, man. This is an easy round. You don't get more than one.
I know the 2 now as well. I know which 2 it is.
Okay, I'm gonna go random guess. I'm gonna go. I don't know. Nani. I don't know.
Is Nani one of them?
He's got. Yeah, that was gonna be who I was saying would be Nani.
Nani is indeed one of them. Number 8, 25 million.
I think I know the next one, and I almost forgot about this. Is it Gelson?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
No.
Well done.
Yeah.
I
was wondering.
I
like
thought he was a free.
Gelson Martins officially went for 22 million.
I remember because Gelson was negotiated after. When he said Polino and Rafinha went for 21, I'm like, Gelson went for about that. I wasn't sure if it was a bit more or less. I knew it was at least 20 mil, but I wasn't sure if it was a bit above that.
Okay. I thought it was free.
I'm pissed I forgot about Mateus Nunes. We got a strike for nothing on that one.
The next round, so you've got 10 points. You get your lives back, so you got 3 lives. This is top 10 Portugal goal scorers of all time.
I have no clue.
Genuinely, I will say, because Richard, you went first.
G,
I'm gonna have to give this one to G. Your life's reset. You're still on 10 points. Go on, G.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a very easy one. Not the goal, but Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Very easy one.
We all know that is the correct answer at number 1.
That's like the free space in bingo.
I just thought let me just save myself some time because who else would it be? I honestly got no clue. I'm so bad.
All right, it's me now.
That is indeed you, Richard. Yep.
Pauletta would be on there.
Is Pauletta on there? Let's take a look.
Because it's literally Ronaldo than everybody else.
Correct. Number 2 is Pauletta.
All right.
Okay. Woods.
If you can I give him a hint? Just a general hint for this whole thing?
Because you've only got 2, I'm not going to allow a hint yet. Okay. I will give you a hint.
Okay. I don't know if he'd count because he never really existed. So would Eusebio be on one of them?
What do you mean? Would he count? Of course he would count.
What do you mean he never existed? He just was a
I don't
figment of
know.
our
I just
imagination.
feel it was like if he never had 5-star flags on FIFA,
Yeah.
it would have been.
All right.
Okay.
I think I'm trying to think midfielders and strikers from like, because really most of our best players up until recently were all mid 2000s. So I'm gonna go. I think Figo scored quite a bit, so Figo would be on there.
That's what I
Is
was gonna say,
Figo on there? He is indeed at number 4. So you got all of the top 4. Obviously, there's still way to go.
I've got 2 in my mind, but I'm fairly confident this one would be there. Would Deco be on there?
Oh, I don't know. You know,
Would Deco be on there?
I'm just thinking I'm thinking he's played a lot, so.
Yeah, but you know what? Like he wasn't a big goal scorer.
No.
That is one. So you've got 2 lives remaining, of course.
I've got one on my mind, but I think it might be the same thing as Deco.
I don't think that was a terrible shout, to be fair.
It's not a bad show. I feel like there's more strikers that scored more. I'm gonna go Nuno Gomes because he played for a long time. So I feel like
Nuno Gomes
just
on
for
this list?
time's sake, he would have scored a lot.
Indeed, Nuno Gomes is.
Who are you thinking, G?
Oh my God, he's a president. That's who I'm thinking.
No,
Federico
Varandas is not on this list, unfortunately.
Federico Varandas is not on.
I was thinking Pete Costa, to be fair.
Are you thinking Pete Costa or Rui Costa?
No, I was thinking Rui.
That's not a bad. You know what? That actually might not be a bad shout.
I'm not gonna look in yet because I think Rui might be the same thing as Deco. Like,
no, you know what though? He played a lot longer.
Played higher. Yeah.
He played a lot longer than Deco, and the few tournaments he played showed out. So I wouldn't.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go the best president in Portugal, Rui Costa. Yeah, Rui Costa.
Is Rui Costa on this list?
I don't think he'll be on it.
He played for a long time.
I don't think he'll be. So. Yes.
At number 7. So you've got number 6, and of course number 8, number 9, number 10. So Richard, back to you.
There's 2 names I'm thinking of, but I know G should probably guess the one that's more obvious. So I'll take the name I'm thinking of, so G can have the easier one. Would Pushdiga be on this list? I feel like he scored a decent amount.
I was thinking that as well, to be fair.
Is Helder Pushdiga on this list? He is indeed.
Yeah.
Number 6.
I've got one guy on my mind, yeah, but he was so bad for us. I don't think he's one of them.
Okay, at this point, I will give you both a clue. So
I think I know I think I might know the rest of this list.
There is one active player, and there are 2 retired players.
I think I know who the rest of this list is.
One active player,
2 retired players.
So
I think we might name the guy already.
I think I know who the active one is, and I think. Okay. Oh crap! I'm really scared. I'm really, really scared to say because I think it's wrong.
I think I know who the rest of this list is.
But I think he's a tricky winger.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go say Nani. I think.
That's a good guess.
Is Nani on this list?
I think that might be on there. Yes, guy. All right.
Got 2 remaining.
Come on,
I feel like it's going to be 2 guys who played a decent amount. I don't think it's anybody recent. I think this is all going to be not like golden generation guys now. I'm going to go with Simao because he played a while and he was penalty taker for a while for the team. I feel like Simao.
Okay.
Simao.
Oh,
well,
really?
As you can see, it's gone past. You are on 1 life.
I thought
remaining.
Simao would have been the guy.
I will say, because these two, I will say, the last 2 are difficult. You can confer with each other. But G, this is technically your guess. So,
all right, can I have a clue about the last 2?
No, he's already given us a clue.
Fuck, man. All right, okay.
It's not Simao.
You just got that one wrong.
Oh, you know who it might be, actually?
Who is that guy?
It might be Joao. You know what? Joao Pinto might be.
That's what I was going to say, Joao Pinto. I was going to say the one that was at Benfica back in Sporting.
Well, he played for Benfica and Sporting. That's why.
You've got 1 life remaining, so you need to make this guess count.
I would say guess Joao Pinto. I feel like that's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Simao really?
That's what I was going to say.
Man, I'm shocked.
Joao Pinto, Sam.
Locks.
Joao Pinto was number 10. Now.
Okay, number 9. Fuck.
Richard, I have to give you a clue for this one.
Okay.
This is I didn't know this.
Okay.
Like, I didn't know this guy existed.
Okay. So it's not anybody that I would have watched.
No, he scored 22 goals in 65 appearances.
It's a pretty good goal ratio. All right. When did he play?
So let me just check what year he played. This is all from transfer market.
Actually.
Hang on. Let him finish his hands before we go. Actually, because he might be.
I know. I want to ask him a different question because I think his clue might be better. Maybe.
Okay.
So I was going to ask him.
Let me just finish.
Let him finish his first hint, and then we'll go from there.
His debut for the Portuguese national team was April 21st, 1971.
Fucking hell, all right, cool. I'm going to get this.
All right.
I will say, the spirit of the game, I will give you the 9 points already, even if you get this one wrong, because I think this one is too difficult. But if you get it as well, I'll give you full 10.
All right.
No, 1971. Jesus, Sammy, you were born to be there. By the way.
Actually, I'd be there. I'm older.
I don't think my dad was born then.
I have no clue, so I'm just gonna guess.
No. Hold on.
It's too early. You know what? I take it back because it's too early for Jordão to have been playing, so it's not Jordão.
Let's think a little bit, man. Legend.
He's currently 74 years of age.
74.
Currently 74 years of age.
Well, he's centre forward, according to.
Solana wasn't a centre forward, was he?
He spent most of his career, if not all of his career, I believe, with Benfica. From 1968 to 1984.
Mario Coluna?
I got no clue, man.
I'm thinking guys from like that's. See, Mario Coluna was on the 66 team, so it can't be him.
I've always got no clue.
It's such a weird era of the team where you don't, because they stunk, so you don't know who was there.
Okay. I'm going to have to push you for an answer.
Manuel Fernandes. The old one.
That is incorrect.
Okay, who is this guy?
It was, in fact, Nene.
Who the hell is Nene, man? Who the hell is that?
Benfica legend. He won a lot with Benfica.
I believe you. Wow.
Okay, so I'll give you the 9 points. I feel like you did very well to get everything else. Pinto was a very.
I feel like you know what it is. I feel like there's so many guys that are in and around like 20 goals too. That's why I'm like, because it's like literally Ronaldo, then like Eusebio, Paulette, Figo, and then everybody else.
Yeah, I will say that Andre Silva is only 3 goals behind the bottom. Like
I was gonna say there'd probably be a few guys playing for the team now that wouldn't be too far away from that.
Okay, there is one final round. You guys have done very well. I'll give you credit. But this one I think is difficult. So there is an infamous meme that goes around. Once very often, I suppose. And that is, when it loads up, I'll show you. The Sporting team, 10 outfield players versus Lask 3-0.
Oh, that team was bad.
It is so bad. It is the meme that you think of every time that you see when Sporting are awful.
I know.
So
I could name a couple guys off the bat. So
Richard, you went second last time, so you go first this time. Please give me a name. Outfield players only.
So the goalie doesn't get. So Renan doesn't count, even though we all know Renan started.
Renan was in that game, but outfield players only, please.
Miguel Luis.
Miguel Luis. Is he? One sec. Is he on this list?
He is.
Miguel Luis, of course, is on this list.
I'm going to go find my one straight away.
Go for it.
I'm going to go with... Oh, shit, actually. Oh, crap. What's his name? The striker. What's his name? Oh, my God. I forgot his name. The striker of the man bun.
Pedro. You're thinking Pedro Mendes.
Yeah, Pedro Mendes. That's it. Correct. I was thinking Pedro Marquez, but that's someone else.
No.
Yeah.
I mean... Yeah. Richard, I will warn you one more time for.
Sorry, yeah.
But I'll give you that.
I knew it though. I just couldn't think of the surname.
You did. I'll give you that, Richard.
That's on me. Now I'm trying to think.
Someone else.
I feel like Jose Rodriguez was on that team.
Good shot.
Is that an official guess?
Yes.
Jose Rodriguez was indeed starting in that team.
Shambolic team.
This is the starters only, by the way, in this game, just to put that out there.
Just the guys who started.
The actual meme itself.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Eduardo Henrique.
that's a good guess. It's a
The
really
center
good
mid.
guess. He would have absolutely
Is
played this
Eduardo
game.
Enrique there?
Surely,
he
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
All right.
Or
Kawach
Pep
would have
Guardiola.
been there.
Is that an official guess? Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been. He was on the team at this time.
Is Sebastian Coates in
Yeah,
this
yeah,
list?
I know he started this game.
100%.
Yeah,
Number one.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
about right.
My second shout, I'm gonna go with maybe I'm gonna go with Yannick Bolasie.
Oh, I don't know.
Balassi.
That he might have. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
I'd like to think he did, but
no.
That is
I
one
wasn't
life
sure.
down. So you've got 2 lives remaining. Richard?
Really didn't start that game.
He probably
Mm,
came on
it's
as a
not the game.
sub. Rafael Camacho would have probably played. This would have been Rafael Camacho era Sporting.
Rafael
sure.
Camacho, is he on this list?
Oh, I
Yes, he
think
is.
so. There we go.
Back to you, G.
We got 4 with 2 strikes left. So, you just got to get at least one more. Because I can take us home. I can just about take us home. I think I remember this team now.
I know. I think he would have been there. I was thinking Josier, maybe.
You know
Don't
what?
lock that in.
That's a good guess.
Don't lock that in.
actually. I feel like
Don't lock that in.
I feel like he was still kind of a starter in and around this time.
Yeah, I'm trying to guess the defense. I was thinking Josier, then maybe Matthew.
We've got 2 of the we've already got 1 defender, so I feel like Rosia is.
That's what I'm thinking. He would have been the right back. Yeah, because I don't think
I'm
Camacho's
sketchy.
playing.
I'm sketchy on the left back and on the left back, but I know who the center.
That's what I'm
back
saying.
is.
Who the left back would be? I was thinking Acuna, but I think he left.
No,
back
he-
then,
I-
didn't he? Yeah.
I'm thinking
I think
it might have
he
been
left.
2, but I think go with the Rozier guess first.
Oh, I know who the fullbacks are. Okay, I think I know who the left back is.
Yeah, well, guess
actually. I think
Rozier
he'd be there.
first. I'm almost positive he did
I'm
play.
gonna go Josier. Yeah, Josier. I'm locked that in. Josier.
Valentin Rossier, is he
Yeah,
on this
yeah,
I'm
list?
sketchy on the left back, but I know the other center back.
I think I left back. Leave left
Rossier.
back to me.
That's why I'm fine. I know
for
for a fact he is the GOAT. It's Thiago Lodi had to have been in this team.
Yes.
Is
good shout.
Thiago Elori in this?
Surely he was in this team.
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
She was. Okay,
Who's
and then
Two
the left
positions
back,
remaining.
It's not Acuna.
I'm thinking, what's his name? Broja, the left
Oh,
back.
the guy who plays
Carlos
for Malaga. That's a good
Braga.
show. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Is that
He,
a
he's
lock-in?
giving- Hold
Christian
Hold
Borja.
on. Yeah, because I'm thinking, who else was at the club? I was left back. It was only him and Acuna, wasn't it? Right? There was no one else who played left back. So I'm gonna go,
You might be right because I can't think of
Yeah.
anybody
I
else.
can't
It's the only
think of
2 names
anyone.
coming to mind.
I'm trying to think on my FM site that year. I don't think there was any left back there.
I feel like
But
it's
yeah.
the meme photo. You go with the first guess,
Yeah.
which is Borja.
I'm gonna go Broja. Yeah, Christian.
Mhm.
Bro, whatever his name is, I don't know his name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Christian, what you gonna do?
He's locked it
Yeah.
in.
One
Is
of
it
the
gonna
worst
be there?
fullbacks. I think he is.
He is there.
There is 1 position remaining. You've got 2 lives left.
Jesus Christ.
So you
This
better
was a
make it
youth
count.
player. I
Hold on,
know
hold
it was
on.
a.
Hold
No,
on. Let's
hang
think this
on.
logically. Let's put
It
a team
wasn't
together.
anybody good. It
Let's
was
put a team
someone who
together,
I'm pretty
so-
sure doesn't even play for us anymore.
Let's put a team together. So we've got obviously Quach, Broja, Lodi,
We're missing a midfielder.
Josier. Yeah.
We're
Actually,
missing
are
a
we?
midfielder.
Oh yeah, because yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
We were
Eduardo
playing
and
for-
Miguel Luis are in there. So are you missing a midfielder?
We were missing a midfielder because we were not playing. We were playing
Now we
4-3-3. We're missing a
Yeah,
midfielder.
because you know what? Sam literally put in order for us. Look.
Just about. Yeah, we're missing a mid. We're missing a midfielder.
Just so I could remember the order, to be fair.
Yeah,
I
it was
think-
no one. It was nobody good. It was someone who like. We're gonna take a minute to get it, but I feel like it's. It was a guy who was like just coming up, kind of from the youth team around this, like kind of like with Miguel Luis.
Wouldn't it have been maybe Wendell? Maybe?
No,
No?
Wendell was not playing on this team. This is the meme photo. It's not
Good for
Wendell. It's
him.
some no-name guy.
He was too good for that. To be fair.
He was too. It's the meme photo. He was too good for the meme photo. They spared him.
Wouldn't have been Bruno, would it?
No, Bruno was already gone. I think at this point, or
he?
suspended.
He was not already gone by that point. Just to.
I don't think Bruno's on this. I don't think Bruno's in this picture though.
He might not be. He might be.
This is a team that got killed by last. There's no shot this is a Bruno Fernandes in this team.
Can we have
because he would have scored 1 goal because he dragged this fucking team.
Can we have a clue?
Can we get one hint on this guy? Because this is gonna be that guy all over again.
All right. So this guy no longer plays for the club.
I thought that.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, cool. Thanks, mate. Yeah. No one does it apart from.
Is it like a guy called like Fernandez or something? Like it's probably not Bruno, but it's like some other guy called Fernandez.
All right, fine. Can you give us like the country he went to or something?
No, he's I know this guy's gonna be Portuguese.
Okay, no, I'll give you the country he went to, and that is Portugal.
Okay. I knew that. I knew it. I don't know the first name, but I know it's.
I'm gonna need.
It's not Mateus Fernandes because he would have been too young. There was another guy named Fernandes in our team, but he wasn't. It wasn't Bruno. It was like a youth guy who had come up from the B team, and I don't know his first name. So I'm tempted to just start guessing Portuguese names soon. Was it not Miguel Fernandes, not Mateus Fernandes, not João Fernandes? Fucking, I don't know. Would it have been like a guy called Rodrigo?
Is that your final answer?
No, it's a guy named. I know it's a guy named Fernandes.
You've got 2 lives remaining, so use them wisely. No, you have to.
I have to give the first because there's too many Fernandes. I think it's a guy called Rodrigo Fernandes because I'm going back to my FIFA 19 player mode.
Yeah, he went to Porto.
And I'm just going through.
He went to Port, didn't he? Yeah. It's a good show.
Yeah, so Rodrigo Fernandes.
Yeah,
is that an official answer?
Yeah, I think that might be the guy.
Let's have a look
then. I can't remember him on the picture. That's a good shout though.
Well done.
Yes.
I knew. I'm like, he's like, it's not Bruno. I'm like, I feel like it was a youth guy. I'm like, you know what? Watch it be like some guy with the last name Fernandes. I remember. I'm like, we had a guy on the team named Fernandes.
I remember.
That's a Sam thing to do. That's a very Sam thing to do.
In all fairness, I'm surprised how quick you got Miguel Luis and Pedro Mendes. I thought
Miguel Luis, I knew right off the bat.
Yeah, I knew Pedro Mendes was our striker.
See, Pedro, I wasn't going to go Pedro Mendes. I was going to go Luis Felipe for the striker. That's why I was iffy about that guess at first. Because Felipe, this was the Luis Felipe era.
You guys did very well. 29 points in total. So I will give you both.
We screwed up on Nene. Like, I'll take it.
Yeah, watching Richard know the answer was painful to me.
The answer is painful. I hate it. Yeah, it's the worst thing because you get the bunch of names, then as soon as it comes to your turn, you forget about the names. You're like, oh, who was I thinking of? Where are we? What are we talking about again?
Yeah, I knew it, man. I knew it was Pedro Mendes because
leave it to Sam to pick a sporting team from that era with a guy named Fernandes in the lineup, but it's not Bruno.
Exactly.
That team was actually so bad.
That team was so bad. We were in the trenches.
I will say I had the first 2 rounds then. I was like, I think we need to do 3. So I just randomly was going from my camera trying to get inspiration. I saw that photo. I was like,
you saw the photo, like, oh, we're gonna watch the breakdown of man live on the internet.
But no, to be fair, G said you were going to carry him, but I thought he held himself pretty well. Pedro Mendes was a very good guess. Borja was a good guess as well, I think. So I'll give you credit.
I knew the center backs. I blanked on the left back, on the full back. So shout out to G for that one.
I think Jose was a good shot as well.
As soon as you said it around here, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, because there was nobody else playing right back that season, so that's the only guy I could think of.
Jose.
Yeah.
He was all right. He was hurt. He never got a chance. They never had any faith in him.
I remember when he first signed, he called Bruno Gaspar shit. I remember.
Bruno Gaspar was shit. Yeah, that's why.
Someone called. I remember someone saying.
Was Bruno Gaspar a Bruno de Carvalho or a Sousa Sintra signing, Sam?
It was Bruno de Carvalho, but it was on a free, so he actually technically arrived in Sousa Sintra era, if that makes sense. From what I recall.
Either way, he was shit.
I remember someone commented saying, "Oh, you better start over this guy," and he was like, "Of course, I'll start over this shit guy."
Yeah.
I remember that was a real picture. I remember.
Where's Bruno Gaspar these days? Anyways, he was in MLS.
Where Guimarães? He's doing okay.
Oh, he's back at Guimarães. I remember him playing MLS with Vancouver. That's why.
Fourth division.
To be fair to him.
Fourth division of the Irish League. Hopefully, because I'm fucking shit.
But yeah, if you did enjoy sporting football tenable, please let us know. We'll do some more with other guests and obviously the main guys with Danny and Chris as well. So make sure let us know.
We should do a 2v2. That would be really good.
Yeah, we have to do like 6
True.
rounds. So we did 2 each.
Yeah, you gotta do
Yeah.
like you gotta sit outside
Yeah,
like 2 hours to
yeah,
do that though. That's the
yeah.
thing.
I know. I'm down
That
for it.
was good,
Definitely an
man.
idea.
That was good, man.
That was good
But
though.
yeah.
All right, all right.
But yeah, this is going on to the actual national team games. Was it Iceland first game? Is that
Iceland
correct?
was the last game, I think. Liechtenstein was the first one.
Okay, so I'll be
We won
completely
both
transparent.
games 2-0.
I have not watched an international break Portugal game for about 2 years, probably. Apart from World Cup and Euros and stuff. But it's been a while for me. So Richard, I will leave this in your capable hands.
I don't think we need to go because these games really didn't mean much. So I don't think we need to go through the whole goal point or anything for this actually. I think we can just kind of go through qualifying as a whole. I do know like he experimented with these. I didn't watch much of these games. I watched a bit. There was a bit of experimentation in these games, but nothing crazy. I think my big takeaway is like they qualified with 10 wins out of 10.
I just realized I shared the wrong screen,
Great.
so my apologies.
You're all good. You don't need to share anything, I don't think, Sam. I think you're good.
Okay, cool. The only reason I noticed is like because Totti Gomez doesn't start in that game, and I know he started first.
He started one of these games, yeah. There's not much to really take. I'm glad they got 10 out of 10 wins. It was nice. We usually would make a meal of qualifying some years. So the 10 out of 10 wins, I think, also assures them of being one of the top seeds now in the tournament. So they'll avoid a lot of the killers, unlike last tournament when they fucked around. I think that's good. I was happy to see them playing a bit more of a progressive style under Roberto Martinez. It wasn't as much of a slog as the Fernando Santos days, where it was just kind of you got a couple blowout wins, and then the first kind of sniff of a challenge, they'd play like absolute dog shit. And just
so we do actually have the pots leaked. Well, not leaked. That
this will basically be confirmed. So we're gonna avoid Germany and France, who we both got in the last Euros. We avoid Spain, Belgium, and England.
I would say pot 2 is not very good. Is it?
Pot 2's bad. Pot 3 is more freaking.
Pot 3 and look at pot 4. Italy, Serbia, Poland, maybe Ukraine, Greece.
Realistically,
well, we don't know. We don't know for the playoff. We don't know if that's going to be the 3 playoff teams yet.
Yeah,
I think that could change. But even so, like, yeah, pot 2 is kind of outside of Turkey and Denmark. That's kind of wild. Yeah.
Realistically, we should beat everything there. Realistically, I'll be honest.
I'd see. Here's where I'm going to disagree with you. We haven't played a good team yet. And look, it's not Roberto Martinez's fault. You get the cards are dealt. He got a very favorable group. He mollywopped his way through this group, but they haven't had to play like a really like a team on their level. They haven't had to play like a killer team, which is where I'm concerned.
I believe in him though.
I have a bit more faith than Fernando, because Fernando Santos was he was too conservative for his own good sometimes. And the best example would be that Germany game in the last Euros where he decided to play double pivot of Daniel and William, and they got absolutely torched in the midfield. Like it was a massacre watching those two.
Yeah, I remember that game. Yeah.
That game was, but how we had a lead in that game is beyond me. I'm still blown away that we even led them at any point.
I think he's a good appointment, but I would have rather Van Gaal. I know he.
I really wanted Louis Van Gaal for just the press.
I know he was like he wanted the job, but I don't think we gave it to him. Just kind of shit.
I think they went more of a safe. They did typical Portuguese Federation. They went for the safe pick. I would have preferred Louis Van Gaal just for the press conferences alone.
I think he plays good football as well.
And I think he just plays more attractive football as well. He wouldn't put up with as much bullshit.
I do think Martinez is a good appointment though. He did a good.
I think he's a good man. I think he's a good man manager.
Yeah, he did a good job at Everton. He won the FA Cup with Peterborough, I want to say.
No, he won an FA Cup with. Was it Portsmouth?
Wigan.
Not
Portsmouth.
Wigan.
Wigan. That's it. Yeah,
Wigan.
Sorry. Yeah.
Wigan.
Portsmouth was the Steve McLaren one.
Yeah, I actually think he's a good appointment. I know a lot of people say he's not, but I was the ones that actually backed him. I think he is like quite good, even though I would have rather Van Gaal. I think he's like a good appointment.
Yeah, I'm glad like he's been successful, and I always root for the guy's success. I think depending on the group they get, they should at least equal what they did at the World Cup. They should at least be going quarterfinals, I would think. with this group of players, provided everyone stays healthy. Credit to players like Ronaldo, who has started to finally come back into form, it looks like. Still a little disjointed sometimes with him in attack. Like, there is a noticeable difference when he's on the field versus when he's off. But at least he's still kind of scoring goals where it masks some of those deficiencies. If he looks like the Ronaldo at the last World Cup and heading into that last World Cup, then it could be disaster. But if guys come into good form, it'll be good. Hopefully the left backs are healthy, because that's kind of been his. That's not Roberto Martinez thing. He's not had all his first and second choice left backs healthy for most of qualifying, so he's had to put João Cancelo at left as a makeshift left back because Nuno Mendes and Rafael Guerreiro have both been just hurt constantly. So I'd hope for one of them to at least go to the tournament healthy.
My question for you both is any sporting player going to go to the Euros? So obviously,
I think Inacio's
till June.
Inacio.
Is that it? I don't think Pedro Gonzalez is warranted.
I don't think. If gun to my head right now, I don't think Pot goes.
Yeah,
Nuno Santos only goes if he actually picks his shit, because he's not looked good to start the season. If Nuno Santos looks like he did last season and they still have no left backs, I could see him with an outside chance.
Yeah, I think he goes if, like, we generally have, like, let's say Nuno Mendes and Guerreiro get another injury and they're out for the Euros. I think he has to go. Like, he has to. If
he's playing well, I think you have to take a natural left back. They might still play Cancelo as the inverted left back, which is fine. He's capable. But if they want
who we got a right back?
They would still probably put
Cancelo or Dalot.
It'd probably be Dalot. I would hope it's not Nelson Semedo. They might go João Mario. They just called up João Mario for this from Porto for this call. So you might see
I don't think
João Mario. Really, I rate João Mario.
I don't think he's a good footballer at all. What was I going to say?
Well, what do you know?
Yeah, I think he could go, but he's got to change.
Pot's got to actually get
dramatically. Yeah, he's got to change like what he's doing in the team, like drastically, if he wants to even have a sniff of that.
Well, there's just so many guys ahead of him as a winger on the team, right? Like,
I still think he deserves it over certain people, though.
Who would you take out of this team right now? Like, who on the team would you take out?
Who's the forwards that went? Who's the forwards that went?
Gonzalo Ramos, Ronaldo, Felix.
Okay.
So we know those guys are probably outside of
Diogo Jota.
Okay, I think
Jota right now would be the only guy I might take out of that.
Yeah, and even Ramos, because apparently he ain't scored. Apparently, I've got, like, because obviously I post all GAD comps on Twitter, so I've got a pretty, like, decent PSG following, and, like, I followed some of them back, and they have been saying that Ramos looks, honestly, I'm never saying because I'm a sports fan, he looks horrible. Genuinely.
Okay, let me just quickly read out the list of the team that was called for this round of international fixtures. So Patricio in goal, Jose Sá, Diogo Costa in the defence, Totti Gomes, Gonzalo Inacio, João Mario, Nelson Semedo, Dalot, Ruben Dias, Cancelo, Antonio Silva. In the midfield, João Neves, João Palhinha, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Vitinha, Ruben Neves, Mateus Nunes, Otavio. Attack, Bruma, Ronaldo, Felix, Leao, Horta, Jota, and Gonzalo Ramos.
So I think the only ones I would take out of defense is if Pep's healthy. I imagine he goes over Totti Gomes. If Pep's healthy, I think that's partly why we've seen the Totti Gomes train wheeling through. I would rather not take Nelson Semedo if it was up to me. He's just never been the same ever since my guy Alphonso Davies just destroyed him in the Champions League in the bubble. I don't think I change anybody really in the midfield. I think the midfield's pretty well set.
I would take out personally Ruben Neves.
You know what? Yeah, Ruben Neves. Yeah, get it. No, yeah, I forgot about Ruben. I think Ruben Neves comes out.
Did you say Mateus Nunes?
Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
So Ruben Neves would probably be the one I would take out of the midfield. I just don't know who you put in his place. Because João Neves was called up for this call-up.
Maybe. I know it's a weird shout, but maybe someone like William for the experience. William Carvalho is still a good player for Betis.
Well, because they're not calling up Moutinho, so I could see them bring up William potentially.
Or Danilo, I suppose, in that position.
I'd rather William than Danilo.
Yeah, same.
I know Danilo gives you flexibility because he can play center back, but you've already got plenty of center back depth unless someone's hurt. I'd rather take William. He's a better ball mover. And he's not as fucking slow as Danilo. So,
but that pot thing, I don't think he's going to go anywhere.
I don't think I think the only guy will be Inacio. You might get Nuno Santos sneak in if Guerreiro and Nuno Mendes are both still hurt and he's got no options for left back.
Listen, you know what? I've got an outside shout, yeah. And I think if he continues the way that he's playing, I think he might.
Is it who it is?
Paulinho.
No,
How many goals has he got this season?
think.
Like eight.
I would
like
love him to,
not
but
gonna
there is
happen.
so many forwards. You've got
Unless
this season, man.
unless
How many
like
goals
all
has he
their
got
other
this season?
striker options fall off a cliff.
I think
reckon-
Ramos, Leao. Okay, so obviously locks Ronaldo, Felix, Leao. I think maybe
Those
Jota,
guys are
Porto,
guaranteed
Ramos
going.
and Bruma can be interchangeable. I still think all of those three get in instead of Paulinho.
But Bruma's
As much
had a
as I love him.
Bruma's had a really good start to the season. It wouldn't shock me if he does end up on the plane.
I'm not sure about Ricardo Horta in there actually. I
I
could see Ricardo Horta maybe. I think if I have to choose between the two, I take Bruma before Horta.
There are
That's
guys
what I was
like
thinking.
when we're speaking about Paulinho, there are guys like Beto for Everton probably gets called ahead of him if it comes down to the wire. There's a lot of other good strikers. Andre Silva obviously didn't get called this time. He's can be called. So.
Andre Silva only works if you're not playing Ronaldo at striker. That's the thing. You have to push Ronaldo to the wing for Andre Silva to be effective in any way, and they won't do that.
Has Horta even been having a good season this season?
He's been fine. He's looked like himself, but he's not been anything special.
Who's this? Sorry, did you say?
Ricardo Horta.
Yeah, it's just he's good, but I don't think he should play for the national team. I don't think when you need a goal, because he's not going to start, but I think when you need a goal, I wouldn't bring Ricardo Horta off the bench. I feel like that's probably reserved for like Rafael Leao, probably Bruma. I personally wouldn't bring on Horta off the bench.
That's what I was thinking that bot could replace.
If I'm choosing between the two, I would still probably lean Ricardo Horta, over Bot.
I think Bot brings more flexibility to the team though, because he can play midfield. Just about.
If I go through the team and tell you who I want to go out, so Patricio I don't want in. I feel like he's 35.
I think he's just there to be the resident old guy goalkeeper that every team plays.
Sam, send me the tweet that you're looking at so I can see.
It's on One Football. I'm just going through the Portugal squad.
I think Patricio's just there to be the resident old guy goalkeeper that almost every team takes to a tournament, which is whatever.
Have a look as well, because
I suppose, but if Diego Costa gets injured, then is it going to Sarr or is it go to Patricio? Because Sarr, has Sarr even played an official game for Portugal? I don't think he has yet. Or he might have played like one or two.
Yeah, he's played a couple. I would think it goes to José Sá still, because Patricio's not looked good.
Okay, we'll keep him in for.
Who would you put instead of Patricio? I'm just curious.
Either Anthony Lopes or I would put in Rui Silva from Betis.
Ooh, that's a good shout. I would probably actually put Anthony Lopes, but he hasn't really been called up in the Roberto Martinez era. And I feel like if they just want a mentor guy in the locker room, I guess they're gonna go with Patricio, which is whatever. He's not gonna start. So
yeah.
He's just kind of their resident old guy on the team.
If we go into defense, Totti Gomez, like you said, for Pepe, for me, I would
keep
in
Pep's healthy, yeah.
Jean-Marie, I don't think gets called if the right backs and the left backs are healthy. But I don't mind him being called up. But I think he should be maybe a first reserve for.
I feel like if he came, the only way he comes is if both the first two left backs are hurt, and they move Cancelo to that left back. But then I still think João Mario starts behind Dalot.
Yeah, and then I was going to say Dalot is a lock, Diaz is a lock, Cancelo is a lock, and I think Antonio Silva is a lock as well as Inacio. And also if Pepe's there, he's a lock for me as well. I don't think
most of your back line is a lock unless someone's hurt.
Yeah, I wouldn't change him from the left back. I mean, I would bring in Nuno Mendes.
If Nuno Mendes or Guerreiro is healthy, I feel like that changes a bit of who your fullbacks are on the right side.
I really hope we play free back as well in this tournament.
He's kind of experimented with that a bit, like with 3 at the back and then 2 full and then 2 wing backs. Like he's kind of experimented with the sporting formation a bit in qualifying.
Imagine this would be my team for Portugal quickly. Costa, 3 back, by the 3-4-3. Costa, Minge, if everyone's fully fit, by the way. Not quite. Fuck that. Sorry. Costa, Nunes, Inácio Villa, Antonio Silva, Cancelo. That's such a good back line, man. Oh
Yeah.
my god. That we're not considering any goals.
Who's your two midfielders? Because I know who mine are.
Nunes and Palhinha.
I put
Unless I'm
Palhinha and
missing
Bruno.
Actually, no, Bruno. Sorry, Bruno.
Bruno and Palhinha for me.
Do you
Bruno
think João
Palhinha.
Neves gets a sniff in if he continues the way he's playing? I think he's been very, very good.
He'll be on the team. I think he'll be on the team if he keeps playing this way. He was on this call up, no? He played.
Yeah, he was. He
was.
was. Yeah,
I think he'll be on the team.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
only, and it is only 23 players. Which I thought was weird. I'm surprised they went back down to 23 after COVID because it was such a universally praised thing to have an expanded roster.
And then attack, I quickly go for Leao, Ronaldo, and Bernardo Silva, I reckon, at right wing.
Yeah, probably because João Felix is all for us. Well, for me, that's probably what it would be as well because I don't get inspired by João Felix.
Actually, we were saying about the attackers, someone that I'd like to see come, and it was really good before he picked up his injury. Pedro Neto was so good.
That's a good shout, actually. I forgot
Pedro Neto was so
instead of Bruma.
Instead of Bruma,
or
Horta. So one of
happy.
In our universe, one of Bruma or Horta still slides out of the team. Then
I was so happy that he was playing so well.
Or Gonzalo Ramos, depending, but I think because he did so well in the last World Cup, that he sort of got a buy-in. I think,
but
he's one of those guys who, when he can score any time, it's just he's been a little unlucky lately.
Neto could be so good off the bench, man. He's so quick and he can get past 2-3 players, man.
With Gonzalo Ramos, it was like he was brought in because they thought Mbappe was leaving. He was sort of supposed to be their striker replacement for Mbappe. And Mbappe was like, nah.
And Mbappe changed his mind again until the next time. So,
listen, I've never said because I'm a sporting fan. PSG fans have been telling me he is awful. Doesn't fit the system at all. So good for him because he's a twat. So
is that him or is that the team? Because PSG's never really been a well organized team.
They're playing really well though on the
Okay, but the French league is like our league. It's a farmers league.
I know, man, but I've watched PSG games because of Alvalade, obviously. And they look so good, but he looks so out of place. He doesn't suit it at all.
That's what I'm saying. Is it him or is it the team? Because he might just not be a fit for that team.
I don't know. PSG recently, the last 3 or 4 years, I feel like you said that with a lot of players that they didn't fit in.
Under Henrique, they look really good, reorganized. He's proper implemented his playing style. They look really, really good, honestly. Really, really good. So I don't know, but I mean, I don't know.
I think it's PSG tax. They're a weird team, and you have to put it's like the Portuguese league. You got to put an asterisk by the French league because it is a bit of a farmers league since PSG got money. Before PSG got infinite money glitch, it would be a bit of a different conversation because that was a really competitive league. But since they've got the infinite money glitch, it's not really fair because they're gonna mollywop that league almost every season.
I really hope realistically. We should go and win it, but I don't think we will.
I don't think they will.
It's so good. I think what's his name? I think England will win it, in my opinion.
No.
I think they'll win it. Yeah, I think they'll
Southgate. You think Southgate ball's taking them to the promised land?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Southgate. I'm
gonna go. No one's mentioned it. I think Spain wins. I think this is Spain's turn to lose.
It's France's to lose again.
It's France or I think it's between France and Spain.
I think that's Spain just to remind. I think England will win it. I think they've got the best midfielder in the world, right?
No, they don't.
They've got the best winger in the world, Saka.
No, they don't.
Best goalkeeper in the world, Ramsey.
Not according to Tom Garrett.
Where are you getting this from? My brother in Christ.
I support Arsenal. But I think England's a good shot. I think we should win it though, man.
I think England's good for minimum quarterfinals. I think England's ceiling is the same as Portugal's. Their minimum quarterfinals depends on who they get from that point onwards. For me, though, it's between France and Spain. I think it's France and Spain, and then everybody else.
I think there are some teams that you can't count out. I think Croatia.
Germany, and it's in Germany. I know Germany's looked like crap, but Germany
have looked. No,
yeah,
Germany
but you're still hard pressed to bet again. Look at Brazil when they hosted the World Cup. They looked like dog shit, and they still went to the semis.
I watched their last 2 games because
they lost.
So I watched them. I watched the 2 games. And they look so off.
I still though, it's Germany and you're in Germany. Like you're hard when it's a decent team and they're the host country, you're hard pressed to bet against them.
I don't think so. I think they've rebuilt too many times that it's just they just do not have a good team.
I don't think Germany will win.
Group of players, but not a good team.
I don't think Germany will win this. I'm not saying that, but I think you're hard pressed to bet on Germany to do absolute dog shit. I think they would be at least quarterfinalists.
I think that my top three favorites, I think, are France, Portugal, and I guess Spain. England, not for me.
Like counting out England, man.
Gareth Southgate has done.
See, I have 27 years of watching English teams to know not to have faith in English.
But not even that. Like he starts Maguire all the time. He doesn't call up Tomori. He doesn't call up so many players that should be called up just to play Maguire.
Tomori could have been playing for Canada. They cap-tied him one game and they never called him up again. He could have been playing for us.
Maguire. He calls up Maguire, Calvin Phillips, Jordan Henderson in the year 2023. You think a midfield with Jordan Henderson and is going to win anything?
Honestly, you lot can't even know. I think they're going to go. I think they're going to win it.
No, not true.
No, they shit housed their way in the last one. I don't think they can shit house their way in this one.
Saka's going to score a hat trick in the final, assisted by Rice. That's my dream.
I can't wait to see this prediction age like milk.
Nah, you know what? Someone clip it, yeah.
Clip it now. We're gonna
someone clip it. England are going to win the Euros. Saka going to score in the final. Assisted by Rice. Rice is going to loft it over to him. First touch by Saka.
If you're that confident, tweet it.
Tweet it. Yeah, you're not confident, don't delete it.
Fine.
I want you to tweet it right now.
You know what?
Right now.
I'll pin it on my profile as well. Yeah, I swear to God, yeah. After this, I'll tweet it. You can retweet it, bookmark it, whatever you guys want to do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna proof.
And yeah, honestly, England are gonna win it. I'm saying it right here, man.
See, England just doesn't inspire me because their midfield is Declan Rice. Declan Rice is generally one of the best defensive midfielders on the planet.
And imagine you got Bellingham next to him as well. Oh my
God. Bellingham's there, but the rest of their midfield's not that impressive outside of those.
And then they've got Saka, Foden.
It's the defense. It's the defense. Foden's
overrated. I'm sorry, I don't get this Phil Foden hype. I've watched plenty of Phil Foden. I have never once been overly impressed with Phil Foden.
Saka's better than him.
With his stupid little waves haircut and his floppy fucking ears. He doesn't impress me one bit. I'm sorry. English tax all the way on that guy.
And also players like Rashford, who isn't doing very well at the moment.
Marcus Rashford is every Manchester United's famous. He's still a wonder kid, bro. I'm sorry. He's not.
Look at Kane, though, man. He's tearing it up in the German league, man.
Kane's been tearing up for like 7 years.
For 7 years.
They've not won anything.
But then,
honestly,
they choked against Italy. They lost to a team that didn't even make the World Cup the year after.
Here's my question: if Kane gets hurt, who's the striker after Kane, though? Just out of curiosity, just in a crazy world.
No,
yeah, God help you guys.
Be Calvert-Lewin, surely, right? No, Ollie Watkins actually. Ollie Watkins.
Ollie Watkins, maybe.
Yeah, it'll be Watkins.
Yeah, I don't
and
find
Ivan Toney will be back by that point as well.
Yeah, but about Portugal though, I think if they play my team, as I said it would, I think we'll win it. But they're gonna play my team.
I don't think they can win. I think as soon as they run into a really tough team, they're out. If they run into a Spain or a France, they're getting cooked.
It depends on one thing, and that is how Ronaldo goes into this tournament. That will be a telling, because last time we all said it, apart from like the older generation that were like, "Oh, Ronaldo's right to go in this interview." Everyone saw that was a bad idea.
Anybody with 2 eyes and working ears knew that was a really
stupid that interview with Piers Morgan. Everyone knew it was stupid, but apart from the old guys, oh, this is going to be Ronaldo's tournament. It's going to be Ronaldo's tournament, and he flopped. He was so awful. Bad. He scored an own goal against South Korea.
He didn't score an own goal. He was the cause for that goal.
The thing is, though, is who would we call up and like who would play instead of him? Man, there's no one else.
No, I'm not saying he should be playing instead of him. I'm just saying it depends how he goes into the tournament. If he goes in like he has done, like even in the Euros before that and the World Cup before that, where it's like positive mindset, the team's playing well,
in a good mood.
Yeah, he's playing a lot. He's playing well. Obviously, scoring a lot of goals. Then yeah, cool. But if he goes in with the same mindset, which was like almost all or nothing, and it was more. Look at
nothing.
Me, I'm Ronaldo.
They went for nothing.
Like even like simple things like going down the tunnel by himself. The whole team lost, and he was the first one.
He was
to
the
go.
first
Didn't
one.
stay-
He was the first one off the field, threw the armband, and was swearing up a storm. And it's like, bro, I know you just lost. Like, I understand being upset,
But he
you're
led.
you're the
You can
captain.
blame.
You're the leader of the team. Like, you've got to set as a bit of an example at the same time.
You could blame the Portuguese press for trying to put like toxicity in it, but he caused that. Remember when there was that video of him like not shaking Bruno's hand, and he did a hard tackle on? I think Cancelo did a hard tackle on João Felix something, and it was always like this storm that's created because of Ronaldo's
There was always
interview.
this tension around the team. There was
No
never
matter
a
how
good
you could
vibe.
say it. Fernando Santos, of course, was not good during that tournament either. He has some of the blame, but I think
The only good thing Fernando Santos did in that tournament was the
Ronaldo.
was benching Ronaldo and starting Gonzalo Ramos.
I do think,
and people still argued the next game, well, Ronaldo should start now. It's like, you're going to bench the guy who just scored a World Cup hat trick. And yeah, I know he didn't have a great game, but none of them were great that game. Like, you're still an idiot. Like, if you want to bench in that game, you're hard pressed.
I do think, like, I reckon a lot of people in that change room hate him, you know. Like, I reckon if I was, I'd hate him.
I think not so much anymore. I think now because there's so many young players that grew up watching and idolizing. John Neves is 18. He probably grew up like he loved Ronaldo. I'm sure a lot of them do. But like guys like Bruno, who I would say Bruno wants to be the captain. He wants to lead the team, and I think that's fine. I'm not saying there's a conflict, but Bernardo and Bruno are natural leaders anyway. So I think them having to be sort of second in the chain to him.
I think it's
even
how he carries himself. It's how he carries himself too, right? Like I
think they would have hated him the last tournament. They would have.
I would have
hated him to be there. Every single press conference, like no matter what it was is there this between you and Ronaldo? Is this? And it was always just like even I think Bruno Fernandes was like, "Why do you keep asking me questions?"
There was one press conference. It was Fernando Santos, and the player who was available was I think Bruno Fernandes. And like the first question was about Ronaldo, and you can see both of them just kind of like this. Okay, like we got to deal with this bullshit. Like you can just see like I don't want to have to put up with this right now. Like I'd rather be anywhere else in the world than answering this bullshit question, but I'm gonna answer it anyways because I'm up here now. And I think that's he just unnecessarily. I think he just creates unnecessary tension. I think sometimes he still has that behavior on the field when things don't go his way. He gets very animated and very upset. Like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? It's like, bro, you're a center forward who's not even in position. But that's the thing with Ronaldo is he doesn't play in any position. He goes where he wants. Like when he was still playing a winger, he was still just kind of going wherever. Like he was playing left wing one game, and he was just on the right side. And it's like, what are you like? He doesn't press. Like he doesn't play where he's supposed to. So he just kind of roams the field and hopes for the ball to come to him.
This might be
the problem. He's still kind of playing around him and to him, which can be detrimental at times, depending on the opposition.
How do I say this without looking like a fucking idiot? I don't think, apart from the goals, man, what does he actually offer to the team?
I get what you mean.
I get it.
Like he doesn't drop deep and link up play. He doesn't press. Like he just, I don't know, man. He doesn't really offer much.
I think that's what people were saying at United, that he didn't track back. He was just like that's why Eric Ten Hag wanted someone who could do that, and now he's got that in Højlund.
And he doesn't do it, man. That's the problem. Like if he doesn't score, like he
gets when he's not having a good game, the rest of the team kind of suffers.
It's like you see, kind of like. We just kind of like we look so
I feel
bad.
like I think what you mean is that for me as well. I think his poor performances get like papered over by goals. Like he could drop, like even against Ghana, he was awful. He scored a penalty, and everyone was like, "Ronaldo's back" because he scored the penalty against Ghana.
So I'm saying like he doesn't do much apart from the goals. Obviously, the goals is a massive thing, but when he doesn't score, what does he actually bring to the team? Like nothing. Like
he's not. For me, I wouldn't say nothing, but he's not bringing much.
For me, like, obviously, there's probably no one else that could start over him, realistically. It's pretty better than
Depends on where you start him. That's the thing. If you're starting him as a forward, you have strength.
Even though...
I don't think he can play on the wings anymore. I think he has to.
He can't play wing.
Even though I would like to see, I know this is a bit of a weird shout, I'd really like to see us bring Eto to the World Cup. To the Euro, sorry.
Yeah, off the bench should be good option.
Off the bench, like he's tall, he's quick, he's quite big. Like he can drop deep and link up play. Like he brings a bit more. I really like him. I really like him.
If Ronaldo wasn't on this team, like who do you put at center forward? You probably put like a Joao Felix, who's naturally a more central player than a winger.
As like a false nine.
As like a false nine almost.
I quite like Felix because he's like
That's the only time Joao Felix was good. I'm not even that. I'm not overly fussed by Joao Felix.
I thought he had an awful World Cup as well.
I thought he had a dog shit World Cup. I know he scored in one of the.
I was going to say one of the other things about this tournament that is important is the players that come in. Bernardo Silva, for me, is one of the best midfielders in the entire world, right? But for Portugal, disappears.
He's average.
Bruno Fernandes is also a great player, great leader for United. Portugal disappears, and you can make the same with what?
Bruno in pressure games doesn't do shit.
In the World Cup, in the World Cup, he was our best player. No disrespect, but I'm saying before the World Cup, you cannot deny that was the case.
No, whenever Bruno comes into Portugal, he smashes it from. I'm sorry, he is.
Not before the World Cup.
We have at the last World Cup, he was one of, if not our best player.
He was by far the best player.
At the Euros before that, he was a ghost. At the World Cup before that, he was a ghost. During qualifiers, he was very inconsistent. He'd have like 2 good games and a really bad game.
But Joao Cancelo as well, Cancelo, Antonio Silva, even Diego Costa, it's like you do so well for Porto. And I don't see you make any mistakes.
Looked like shit in the last World Cup. I just want to point that out. He did not look good at all.
Yeah.
Gosh, I think I'm not going to say what I think about him, but
I think he's the best we have.
I think he's the best we have because you're not going to. Who else do you put?
He's the best we have, but he's not that great.
He's still a young keeper learning.
He's 22, 23.
He's 23. He's 23, but you know what? He makes less mistakes than Patricio. He makes less mistakes than Patricio did at that age.
He's 24, man.
He makes less mistakes than Patricio at that age.
I think he's a good keeper, but I think he's very berated by a certain fan base.
But who else would you put in though?
Who else are you putting in though? If you're not going to put him in. Oh God, help us.
You're getting chipped every.
You're getting chipped like every game.
You're
gonna look like fucking Alex in goal in the side maturity match.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, he's the best we have. Yeah, I mean he's the best, but he's still not really. He doesn't really convince me, to be honest with you. So.
I think, like I said, I think it's for Portugal. He doesn't convince me. The Portugal version of Diego Costa does not convince me.
Depends on his back line too. Because
even so, Ruben Diaz and Pepe is a good defense to have in front of you, and I think
Ruben Diaz disappeared the last World Cup. That's the problem. They left him out. Yeah. They left him to hang.
It's mostly the City players. I think
the City players really let us down.
They are system players. Under Pep Guardiola, they're fantastic because Pep's system is good. But when you are obviously Fernando Santos' tactic, he isn't one to be like, oh, it worked all so good anyway. But this World Cup is going to be the one. The Euros is going to be the one that tells us, okay, can they actually perform in a different system, in a different formation, or is it just Pep Guardiola formation system? That's it. That's what it felt like.
I do really hope we love that free back that I was talking about, man.
He experimented with it quite a bit during this qualifying phase. We never really played like a four at the back. We were usually playing 3 with the 2 fullbacks, where it was almost like a 5 at the back. So I imagine that's probably what he ends up doing. Is something like that where you can be kind of fluid with it. I can't imagine going with a rigid like 4-3-3, 4-4-2, unless it's like a very specific opponent, and even then,
4-3-3 would be a good shot.
But that's what we play. That's what we've been playing for years. The only time we played outside of 4-3-3 was in Euro 2016. We played 4-4-2 because we had no wingers. It was Ronaldo, Nani, and Inshallah. That was it. We had nobody on the wing.
I think that 3-4-3 would work, though, man. We wouldn't concede any goals, honestly. Ruben Diaz, Antonio Silva, and Inácio. Wow.
Yeah, I think they probably play something like that. It depends on what their draw is, and depends on how players come to tournament. My prediction is they probably go at least quarterfinals again.
I think they'll go finals. I think. When I look at the Portugal team and I look at how they've obviously, like I said, I haven't watched a lot, but from what I've seen and from what I've heard and what the overall atmosphere seems to be like, I think this might be our best chance probably since the last Euro was 2021. We crashed out in around 16.
They crashed out to a Belgian side that shithouse
led by Roberto Martinez.
I think they probably would have gotten to the finals. I don't know if they would have beat England at home.
I don't know if we would have made the finals because the way we lost to Morocco as well didn't fill me with much confidence.
To be
And to
fair,
be fair,
that,
the way we lost to Belgium
their road
was...
to the finals at the last Euros would have been they would have had to play Italy the following game.
But I think Fernando Santos set up wrong for Belgium. I think that it wasn't unlucky. I think it was bad tactics from the manager.
that
Like you said,
Morocco
playing a
team
bit
was
of a-
just playing for passion, man. No one's beating them.
They were very good defensively.
They were so
Like,
they were
they-
so
they-
well organized.
I know they obviously didn't win, but I think for me they were the best team in the World Cup.
They were a
for me.
fun team. They were a fun team. They were so well organized too, and they were just so quick on counterattacks.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, man. I just hope, like, honestly, just win the Euros, please, man. That's our only hope because we're not winning the World Cup. Just win the Euros, please.
I think they go minimum quarterfinals. I think that's the bare minimum.
Nah,
I
semis.
think
I think we can make semis.
I think depending on who if they get like a Spain or France in the quarterfinals, I think they get cooked. If they get anybody else, I think they go to semifinals, and then at that point, it's anybody's game. But if they get one of Spain or France in the quarterfinals, I think they get cooked. Especially with France, I think they get. I think if they get
Spain, I'm not.
I'm not.
I don't know.
You're really not. No one sold. Am I the only one sold on Spain?
What did they didn't do a lot last year either?
The last Euros, I
like,
thought they should have won.
I feel as like there's something going on in that changing room with the manager. I don't think they like it.
I think it's they've just got. I think they've rebuilt. They've got a young team now. They've lost. Was it Pedri that got tore his ACL? So he's not.
Gavi.
Gavi, sorry,
Gavi
he's
tore
not
his
playing
ACL.
in the UCL.
UCL,
the Euros even. I just don't know.
I think they should have won the last Euros. I think Italy got very fortunate to beat them in the semis. I think if Spain beats Italy in the semis, they would have beat England in the final as well.
Richard, I'm looking at Spain team right now. This team stinks on.
Grimaldo is if they call him up, which apparently they have now.
They have now.
Right, I'm looking at the Spain team. Yeah, they played against.
Yeah, but you don't watch Spanish football either, so you don't know any of the Spanish guys. You're a Prem snob.
Carvajal's playing a right back.
Yeah, Carvajal is like 40.
Le Normand.
Who's their centre backs?
It's not Ramos anymore.
Nice. Le Normand and Inago Martinez. Then left back Gaia. 3-7 mid.
That defense is not good.
I'm saying Gavi, Rodri.
I still think
Rodri, of course, is very good.
Fabian Ruiz.
I still think Spain
doesn't even start for PSG. And then your attackers Torres, Morata, and Nico Williams. Where are you seeing this Spain top favourites? These guys aren't doing nothing, man. Look at their bench. Who's this? Rodrigo Riquelme, Lamine Yamal. I'm older than this guy. Martin Zubimendi, Sanchez, best keeper in the world.
Man,
I respect Yamal.
Yeah.
Moreno, Hosselu, Romario.
He's a Real Madrid striker, man.
I really hope Spain plays England in the Euros and Spain wins because I'm gonna be trolling G so hard.
Who are these two? David Garcia, right? Who's David Garcia? What team does he play for? Go on, Richard, tell me.
Who does Jordan Henderson play for?
Al Atifak.
Wow, I'm pleasantly surprised.
What was the guy's name, G? Sorry, couldn't search
Garcia. Have a guess. Go on, David Garcia. Go on, Richard. Have a guess. Who's David Garcia? Tell me. Go on. Let's have a look. And
Osasuna.
You think Osasuna.
Osasuna, okay.
Also, and one more. Alex Garcia. First of all, he spelled his name wrong.
What do you mean he spelled his name wrong?
What's his name? Aleix. Alex Garcia. Who is he? Go on, tell me. I know.
Isn't he playing for Girona, who's like first place right now?
Yeah, right.
I was gonna say I recognize that name because his team.
I'm just saying you have to say that the Spanish national team isn't that good and Spanish league isn't that good. No disrespect to Girona, they're in first place, like over Real Madrid, Barcelona.
I still think Spain will make a run. I'm not saying I still think it's France's to lose.
If you're telling me this Spain team is a favourite and England are not, then I'm sorry.
Because England's coached by Gareth Southgate.
Ridiculous.
Who's Spain's manager? Who is Spain's manager now? It used to be Luis
Enrique. It was Luis Enrique. It's somebody else.
Some guy called. Oh, go on, Richard. You tell me who he is. Go on, because I know who he is.
I can see you typing, Richard.
I don't know who it is. I don't know. I'm looking. It was Luis Enrique, but he left. I don't actually know who it is.
Some guy called De La Fuente, some bald guy. All right. Listen, yes.
So they got discount Pep Guardiola.
Look, listen, yeah. If Spain are favourites according to Richard, I'm sorry. That Spain shout was a horrible shout. By the way. I'm sorry, Richard. Spain shout was a horrible shout. If Spain do anything in this World Cup, yeah, I'll transfer you £100. Yeah, they won't do anything. Though,
Well, I'm gonna be waiting another 3 years for the World Cup then.
I mean, Euros. I actually, you know what? Unpopular opinion. I actually don't like the Euros. I think it's really boring.
Nah, I like the Euros.
Yeah, I prefer the World Cup.
Everyone prefers the World
Bad
Cup.
take.
Nah,
Everyone prefers the World
Suck.
Cup.
Everyone's more like together. I don't really like the Euros. It's cool. Like I'll watch it. I'll be happy for it, and I'll be excited to go watch it. But I much more prefer the Euros. The World Cup, sorry.
Anyway, before we go too much, I think we'll end the national team discussion there because we could go on for.
We
for
go on
ages,
way too long.
Yeah, there is just
a horrible show.
Few things that we've got to.
I still think England's a bad show too.
And this is just some news that we've had over the past week. Yoko's not starting on Sunday. That is incorrect. Not Saturday, Sunday. So it should be Paulinho starting up top.
I get
who, of
that.
course,
Just played international break.
Just scored a hat trick against Atletico. Not the good Atletico, the Liga 3 Atletico. Santa scored 5, and Paulinho scored a hat trick. So
it's just like a training game, right?
Are you playing cup on Sunday?
It's Tasa on Sunday, yeah.
And of course, G's favorite player, Fresneda, out for 3 months with a shoulder injury. Just had surgery.
Yeah, like where did this come from?
I think he did have a shoulder injury, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's probably just a bruise or something." And then he came back for one game, and then was.
And then he
was carrying it for a while. He's been carrying it for a while. Man.
Yeah.
Honestly, like when I heard that, I was so upset. I really was.
It was genuinely weird. Like it was just because he was like, "Oh, like it's not that." We were kind of given the impression it wasn't like serious. It was just kind of like something that was aggravated.
When I saw the tweet of it, I think maybe someone else put it into that group chat we're in, and I saw it and I was like, "Nah, that's got to be like
that's got to be fake." I was like, "That's got to be fake."
And I saw it, and it
what was I going to say?
So
what was I going to say?
And apparently, Gonzalo Estevez not filling the solution, the vacancy. He's been here for 3 years. Went on loan to Estoril last season. Got recalled in January after getting red carded. Came back overweight. Not a fan from Ruben Amorim apparently. Which is a shame. And he's only got 6 months on his contract, and Abada say that he might be on the way out permanently, unfortunately. So
no, I don't think he'll permanently. I think
that's, but like if he hasn't figured it out by now, like he might just never figure it out.
He's still 19. He's still young. When you think about Paulinho didn't come into the team until he was like 24, 25.
That was also just poor management from the team
more
than Paulinho's ability, I think.
No, definitely, but. Yeah, there's late bloomers,
man. That Fresneda tweet hit me like a truck, and I thought I was crying. I didn't
believe it at first. I was like you, Sam. I was like, no, this is bullshit. Surely
another injury to Pedro Gonçalves, but apparently he's just touch and go. So I think he probably will be rested against the Luminense, and then
they're playing like a 4th division team, anyways. I don't expect them to run out every starter for that game.
Cashball case was dropped just lack of evidence.
What was that? I was really confused when you tweeted that. I didn't know what was going on.
It was handball.
And football.
Football. There was allegations
basically,
of match fixing, basically. But we got cleared of it. There wasn't anything there apparently. And even if there was, we still didn't win shit. We finished like 4th.
That news, I'm so excited for that news. I hope
Mateus Fernandes could be recalled from Estoril. I personally think we should keep him there. The only reason why is because if he comes back and he's the 4th option, then what's the point? Or the 5th option?
He's gonna get. That's my thing. He's gonna get lost in the shuffle, like you said, Sam. So,
but I do think Morita just finished 90 minutes with the Japanese national team against Syria, and he played, I think, 90 minutes the game before. Obviously, he was injured the game before that. He's got injury written all over him. He's gonna miss a lot of time. I think. He's still carrying that knock.
Am I wrong saying that isn't Morita going on an international duty in January?
No, you're thinking AFCON.
Okay.
I think you might be right though. I feel like
I saw someone talking about it. Yeah, I'm 100% sure. But I definitely saw someone about him going.
You know what? It might be Asian Cup. I'm not sure.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking at it. AFC Asian Cup versus so he's going in January too.
Oh, I didn't realize they were playing in January as well this year.
Can I get a sorry, please? Can I get a sorry? You know.
Yeah, you're my bad. I didn't think they were playing.
I didn't
I
doubt
didn't
it.
think
I
they were
said
playing
I wasn't sure.
in January.
What was I gonna say?
I knew
I think-
AFCON was going on. I didn't realize Asian Cup was also a thing. Like I didn't realize it was playing that at that same time.
Matheus Fernandes just come in and he plays third option now technically because
But again, it's just like if Morita gets back, he's still the fifth option come February. Is it not worth?
So you're gonna call him
back
to have him sit as the third option for a month before bumping him down to the fifth option. Like, what's the point?
The rumor also is that apparently we're looking at someone else anyways. We're looking at midfielder.
Yeah. Well, gee, you know who else we're looking at apparently? Your favorite player.
Dyer.
Cruz, no, please listen. Yeah, if you got my tweets, if you got my private tweets, I definitely tweeted saying 100. I tweeted saying, if Eric Dyer comes, I am not watching a single sporting game, and that's a promise.
Not even on a free.
And do you know why I tweeted that? Because it's not going to happen. Do you know why? O jogo, Insider told me it's not happening. And third one, I'm only saying no to that. So I'm 100% confident he's not coming. So that's absolutely.
But will Amorim be here next year to say no to it?
Yes, he will be. I mean, he'll be here because he will be.
I don't think he will be.
I'm going to be here, man. I'm just doing some fucking PR stunt. He's going to be here next season. We're going to be live in a 3-4-3.
I'd be very surprised.
Also, another bit of news as well, Sam. Centre backs. Apparently, we're looking at centre back as well because your man's going to AFCON. So
who's going to be the centre back? Man. They're here. They're coming.
Well, he's going. He's getting there.
If we're getting a centre back, it's probably I don't know. I feel like I don't think we will get a new one. I don't think we're going to buy anyone in January. I think we're going to promote either João Muniz or we'll play Eduardo Quaresma.
But we can't rely on no. Quaresma is definitely out.
Because you still got two depths. So you've got Saint Just, of course, hoping it doesn't get injured.
If Saint Just is healthy, I don't know. If he's hurt, then they might go after someone.
We can't. I think January is such an important month for us. Yeah, like I think we can't. Listen, I love Saint Just there. Yeah, and he liked my tweet the other day, so thanks to him. But what was I going to say? Listen, yeah, I love him to bits. He's so good, but we can't rely on him, and I think January is so important. If I was us, I would go out in the transfer window and bring in that centre back from.
But it brings the same issue with Matheus Fernandes, which is: are you going to buy Otavio just to put him on the bench for 3 months? Because are you dropping?
No, because
I know you'd want to drop Coates, but he won't be getting.
No. Listen. Realistically, yeah. Obviously, we'll start we'll start Inácio, Coates, the old man, obviously after thingy. But you got to think, yeah. I reckon we'll let go of Quaresma. Neto's probably going to retire, or he's still going to be a bench option, but barely ever play.
So, I'm saying for this season though, we're
looking at the immediate future, not like in 2 years down the line.
I'd still bring Otavio. I think he won't play much when he comes in, but I think that second season, Quaresma will 100% leave. I'll see him staying. Neto will probably stay for a year.
I think he'll go in January.
No. Because I think we actually
he'll be loaned out in January.
I could see. I could see a lot of half season in the future.
Neto might not go, but it'll be the same issue where he just won't play at all. He won't play.
Neto will go. He's in the last year of his contract. He's gone. He's a retired.
He might be the very, very last resort. So I think it makes sense to come in. You know what? Just firm it for 6 months. You know what? Just firm it, and then in the summer, cool. I'll be a backup for now, but then at least I'll start. And you got to think it. Not Capel. You got to think it. What's his name? I saw Capel. Yeah, one of my favorite ever footballers. What was I going to say? Also, you got to think it. Diomande and Inácio might leave as well in the summer. So you got to think that wouldn't be too bad a replacement for one of them two. So.
There is one last piece of news that I just want to bring up before we wrap it off. This one, of course, is linked to it, but that is Dan is expected to renew his contract for another season. So, let me put some basis to this because obviously I saw the article.
Why are you cheering? He's so bad.
My goalkeeper.
He's your goalkeeper's getting washed.
He is the worst goalkeeper ever.
I found this out. So I was looking on record as I do every morning. And then there was one that said a Richie show is not expected to join if there's no basis. It's untrue.
Yeah, I didn't.
Underneath that, it said this is because Dan is expected to renew his contract for another season. And
So
that's
if
when I was
Adan,
like-
so the caveat is if Adan wasn't confirmed to renew, then there would have been some smoke to that fire for the Patricio.
maybe not for Patricio, but for maybe another goalkeeper. Yeah, I suppose.
They're
But
both. Here's the thing: they're both washed. They're both
Yeah.
bad. Like Patricio's looked horrible in every game I've seen him in for Roma this season. And Adan, outside of a few good moments, like he did, I do think Adan played well in the Benfica game,
yeah,
but
I think so.
one game out of the first 14 where he's looked like not great does
I
not.
don't
cause-
understand what the sad seeing him. I really don't like.
I think
honestly,
if I'm being optimistic,
it must
I think
be
for a
experience.
second option. I think he must be a second option. I think that means Israel's probably going to be the first, but
Hopefully,
I'm not
God
really
knows.
sure on Israel. But I also
yeah,
think
I'm
Israel
not
has,
sure
like
on Israel.
I said 3 weeks ago to I think it was just us two, Richard, when I said that I think Israel has a lot of mistakes just because he never gets any game time.
He
So
doesn't get to play any real games.
Yeah, so like he's bound to make a mistake when he plays like one game every 2 months because we all would be, I think, if we play.
Any player, if they're not playing regularly, you're gonna see sloppy stuff, right? It doesn't just go. It goes especially for goalkeepers, but any player you would notice that. Adan plays very regularly and still makes crazy mistakes. Like my brother can't catch a ball. Like
this tweet got a lot of traction.
The ball comes out. The ball comes to him, and he just cannot catch a ball for the life.
I really don't see what the sad seeing him, and I really understand that.
I think it's got to be experience.
I think it's just experience and leftover goodwill from winning the title.
And also, I think maybe they're trying to get his confidence up because maybe they think it's low confidence, and they're trying to be like, "Oh yeah, if you resign, you'll have confidence." Maybe that's it, but I don't know.
Take some money, you'll feel much better.
Or I think it's just like we almost like we believe in you almost more than some money.
I'm glad someone believes in them because I don't.
The perfect January or the perfect summer. Honestly, bring in Otavio, bring in Zaidu Yusuf from Hamlikau, and bring in Andrew, please. And honestly, and bring in Lelu as well. We need a
bring in the Arauca keeper. Arauca can get relegated. I think now's the best time to buy him.
You know who they should have got? You know who they should have bought, and they could have bought him in the summer? They could have got Livakovic.
Anyone. They could have got anyone.
They could have got Livakovic for like literally 7-8 million. It was very much in their price range, and they chose
genuinely,
not to.
If we bring a left wing back, a goalkeeper, and a centre mids and a backup centre back, oh my god, we're so perfect. We're so perfect. There's no issue in the team.
We're not buying a goalkeeper.
They're not buying.
I know. I'm saying
they put that off for. They've already put that off for like 2 years. They're gonna put it off another 6 months.
I don't understand though. I really don't understand what Ruben Amorim and like Vienna and all them not see. I don't honestly. I've been trying to understand. I really don't see it. Like the only thing I can see why he's staying is because of his experience, but even then, like he's still so bad. Like honestly, oh my god.
I think to be fair, if the Benfica game's a turning point for him and he does play well, if
he plays more games like he played that Benfica game, I have no issues with him.
Yeah,
I just don't have that faith.
No, he's gonna make a mistake next game. And
I feel goalkeepers.
Is going to be on Twitter crying about it, so fucking.
Do you blame me? Have you seen some mistakes?
All things Alvalade are Adan's #1 fans on Twitter.
That's my keeper, man. Adan's my keeper, my #1.
You can have him.
Yeah, he's no one else's.
He's no one else's. He can be yours.
He's god awful, man. He really is.
He's so bad.
I feel bad for him though because he was really good in his first 2 seasons.
His first season and a half, his first 2 years, he was great, but the fall off was so quick.
Even in the first season, I don't know if you remember the game against Maritimo, he made such a bad mistake.
No, I was thinking the game against Blenheim Sod.
It might have been that game then.
It was the game against Blenheim Sod when he tries to dribble it and the guy just fucking from his feet.
But
the writing was on the wall.
Yeah,
his downfall has been crazy. But his first 2 years, he was really good.
His first year and a half, like very little to complain about.
His second season was good as well. When we finished second at Porto, he was really good as well.
It was after that, like the downfall.
Yeah, last season. Honestly, I didn't expect it. Like
we wouldn't have finished 4th if we had a good goalkeeper.
We would have at least won a trophy if we had a good goalkeeper.
We had more issues in that team. I think we lacked a striker as well, big time.
We
No,
like
there
a
was.
striker, but we don't drop as many points if we have a more
We need to get
confident
some
goalkeeper.
draws against Chaves. I remember he was awful. Braga in the first game of the season, he was awful.
Wasn't there a Santa Clara game? where he
Oh
was
my god, that Braga game! I remember, man.
Yeah.
No, to be fair, that Braga game wasn't totally his fault. Defensively, we were just really.
It
bad.
wasn't totally his fault, but he was to blame for at least two of the
Yeah,
goals.
yeah.
Two of those goals.
But defensively, that game we were so.
And Porto in the final of the Taça Liga as well. That was just literally.
We probably
just
would. We
punch
probably
it, mate.
win at least the Taça Liga if he doesn't, fuck around on a very average
Champions League as well against Spurs in the
Marseille.
away.
Marseille game
of
and
course.
the Spurs game away too.
Maybe he's not the reason we finished fourth, but he's definitely the reason we got knocked out of the Champions League, and I don't think there's any doubt about that.
No. He's one.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Marseille.
No. I'm agreeing with you.
His positioning on that in the Spurs game alone on the equalizing goal is so bad.
Listen, I'm agreeing with you. I agree that he's the reason why we got another Champions League. But
Why
I think
are you
he's
saying no?
No, because Sam said he might not be one of the reasons that we finished fourth, but he definitely is one of the top three reasons why.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, I don't think he'd like. I think that's a team effort. But in Champions League, we were doing so well until he messed up against Marseille. Even against Marseille, the first 10 minutes we were so good. Trincao scored in like 10 seconds. It was crazy.
We lose 4 points in the Champions League because Don's positioning in the Tottenham game on the equalizer.
Well, no, we technically lose more.
Goal.
Because of the Marseille game, the away leg, because we didn't have him for that game, did we? So we had Israel. So technically, you could add up another 3 points because that is technically a down fault too.
Yeah,
I still think we desperately needed a striker that season. Like,
I agree. They should not have gone with one striker.
I think that was the main reason why we finished fourth. We had so many chances that season. Christ, Paulinho.
Yeah.
God,
that and injuries didn't help us. Braganza was out for the season. St. Just was obviously out for a long time. Coates had knee issues. Man, it was.
Yeah, I think that 4-4.
Well, and then Paulinho got hurt, and we had to resort to Shedemiti ball.
Yeah, I think that.
By the way, I just want to point out something really quick. There was people on the social media saying we were stupid for selling Yusuf Shedemiti. I've seen fuck all from him since he joined Everton. We got 15 million euros for a guy who had like 4 months of professional football experience.
He plays for the under-21s for Everton. He doesn't even play.
He doesn't even play for the main team. Like,
I tweeted this earlier. We basically swapped Gyökeres for Shedemiti.
Yeah, we did.
Was like 20. Gyökeres was.
It was a carousel. It was Everton sold Sims to Coventry. Coventry sold Gyökeres to us, and we sold Shedemiti to Everton.
To Everton, yeah. That's really how it went. Yeah.
And Shedemiti and Quach me up my mind. Oh my god, Quach. No, fuck.
Shedemiti and Gyökeres.
Yeah. They had like what? They were 4 mil like that week.
We spent 20-ish, like just over 20 million on Gyökeres, and we sold Shedemiti for 15 point something.
15 million, yes.
If I remember correctly.
12.5, I think.
Oh, it was, you're right.
Small money, man.
It could go up with bonuses.
What's funny about Chamiti, they signed him, and then like 2 weeks later, they're like, shit, let's sign Beto because this guy's not very good.
Let's go sign Beto because Shedemiti's not great.
Yeah, wrong Portuguese striker.
Wrong guy.
She is. I feel bad for him. I really do because
there is a player there.
He's very raw,
but he's very raw. He's too. He doesn't.
In 4 years' time, he's either going to be in Egypt, Greece, or Casapia. In 4 years.
No shouts, no MLS shouts.
I'll tell you exactly where he's going. Santa Clara, because he's from the Azores. Fred loves Chamiti.
That's right. He's a Surian.
Nah, he'll definitely be in like the lower leagues. I'm sorry, he was never good. He'll never be good. He'll never become good.
He showed flashes. The problem is he's out of position all the time. And
that game. No.
His first game against Benfica when he came on, he was like 1-on-1 with the keeper. He's going to equalise and he just skies it.
So, yeah, it's his decision. It's his decision making is so very much. It shows that he's an 18 or 19-year-old, and
I remember. I knew he was bad. Gilles Vicente away. I knew he was bad that game. He missed so many fucking chances. That's incredible.
He made me miss Thiago Tomas. That's how
you know it's bad.
He got an assist that game. He got an assist that game, but he was still so bad. And Juve as well.
Yeah.
Well, we had no choice because Paulinho was still kind of hurt, right?
But Juve away, he missed a few chances. I remember
He missed a sitter against Juve that would have probably.
And Coates too in the last minute against Juventus.
Yeah.
He missed like 2.
Bellerin as well in the first game.
Yeah.
That
No,
back
definitely.
post to him.
Yeah, I forgot about the.
I can't lie, I forget Bellerin played for us.
When you mentioned Bellerin, it took me a second. I was like, oh
He
shit.
was only here
So
for like
do I.
4 months.
He was here for a cup of coffee. He wasn't here for long.
So do I. Thank God he didn't stay too long because I absolutely hate that man to bits.
Anyway, on that note, I think that's
actor Bellerin like that.
That's a good place to end it there.
Awful at Arsenal. Awful for us as well.
But he was good before the injury, before his ACL.
Yeah, pre-ACL,
Yeah.
Terry Bellerin
Yeah.
was a lot of fun.
8-9 years ago. Yeah, we're in 2023, lads. Yeah, not 2016.
We're in 2023, and you think an England team led by Gareth Southgate with Jordan Henderson in the midfield is going to lead you to the promised land?
And do you think a team with Morata and fucking
They won the
Leno
Nations
Mans.
League like a year ago, so they got a chance.
You think Len Norman's going to be keeping clean sheets? Yeah, man. Who's David Garcia again?
Osasuna. I remember that one.
Apparently.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
back
on
up
that note,
Oslo, by the way.
we will end it there. So again, if you enjoyed the tenable bit of the episode, please let us know. We should do more of that. Shout out to G and Richard. Obviously got 29 points. They could have
that one random dude. Who was that? What was that guy's name?
Nene.
Yeah.
Benfica legend Nene.
I apologize to Benfica fans. I have never heard of him. I've heard of a lot of Benfica. Benfica's produced a lot of good players in their time. Never once heard of Nene.
I was looking at, on Transfermarkt, it shows their trophies. He's got so many.
He was part because that was the
loads.
Benfica dominance years. Was the 60s.
That was like the Champions League winning Benfica team.
They were so good. Yeah, they were dominant that like 15, 20 year span. They were just winning everything. But yeah, I've heard of so many other Benfica guys from that era, but never him.
Yeah, no, he is.
But yeah, make sure you follow G there. You can follow him there. Get best comp maker in the game. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah.
Putting the work in. I see you.
12 million views the other day.
Which one was that on again?
The Saka one.
The Saka, yeah.
The Prem. You got quote tweeted by Tom Garrett.
Yeah, and
the Saka one would do well because the Prem, as soon as one or two Prem heads gets a hold of that, they just they run with it, right?
Yeah. It was City fans just hate him. A lot.
Yeah, I saw a lot of City fans
and United fans, right? Both of them.
I saw more City fans than United fans.
Not that much actually. Chelsea
more
fans
City
hate him a lot. One fan base that loves him, Liverpool fans love him. A lot of Liverpool fans were saying how good he is.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Make sure you follow Richard there as well. You can also follow myself here, and of course you can follow Danny and Chris who couldn't make it today. But most importantly, make sure you follow us at All Things Alvalade on all podcast platforms, all social media. We will be there. Other than that, thank you for watching. See you next time. Peace.